Hello, my most amazing artists, and welcome back to another episode of Miss Guzman's virtual art class. Today we're going to be learning about the ancient art of origami, or paper folding. I'm going to teach you how to make a paper crane. The element of art we're going to be focusing on today is shape. We're going to make a lot of different shapes with the paper to create our origami crane. Cranes are beautiful birds that represent peace, happiness, and recovery. Perfect! All you need for this project is paper and some scissors. The first thing we have to do is turn our rectangular paper into a square piece of paper. You're going to do that by grabbing the top corner of the page and folding it down till it creates a right triangle. A triangle with a corner that is 90 degrees. Then take the back of your thumb and smooth across those edges and folds. Take the scissors and cut off the extra rectangle that's hanging off. You can keep that extra paper for smaller cranes later. Now you should have a beautiful square piece of paper with a crease. Make that crease vertical and fold the bottom to the tippy top, line up the edges, and crease it with your thumb. Now our square has an X. We're going to make a horizontal crease and fold that square in half and fold it in half the other direction as well. And tightly crease it. Now when you open up your square piece of paper, you'll see kind of like a 6-piece snowflake. Pick up the model from both sides and we're going to collapse it. Push in at the left and right sides towards one another. As you're doing this, you'll notice that the model does not lie flat. So you will push in until you see it collapse completely, and you will see 4 sides sticking up at the top. Take 2 flaps and push it to one side and the other 2 flaps on the other, and it'll result in a smaller square. This is known as the preliminary base. You're going to simply grab the top layer corner and fold it into the center until it lines up with that base line. Take the other side and repeat. Now it kind of looks like a kite. Once you have made the kite shape, unfold those flaps. Take the top corner and fold it down to match those creased edges as far as it'll go. Unfold it. Now we're going to take only the top layer. You can put your finger at the top there and push it in until it makes a nice pointy diamond shape. Flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Make that crease, then push in with that top layer and crease. Now your model should look a little something like this. Watch as I take the top layer and fold that in to the center crease again. You're going to be folding through a lot of layers of paper. It might be a little hard. It's all right to leave a little gap between these creases because it'll help us later on. Repeat the same thing on the opposite side of the vertical axis. Flip it over and repeat. Take that right corner, fold it in to the vertical line, and take the left side, fold it in the same way. Now your model should look a little something like this. You'll know if you're on the right track if the little legs at the bottom can move back and forth. We're going to flip the first layer over from the right side of the model to the left. Now you should have 3 layers on the left side and 1 layer on the right side. Flip it over again and take that right side and fold it over to the left side. Now there should be 2 layers on the right side and 2 layers on the left side. From there, you're going to grab the very bottom and fold it up as far as it can go. Crease it. Flip it over, take that top layer again, and fold it up until it can't go anymore. It should look a little bit like this. Now we're going to do that same technique we did earlier. Take the right side, top flap, and fold it over to the other side. Crease it. Once again, you have 3 on the left side and 1 flap on the right. Flip it over. Take that top layer on the other side and fold it over. And now we're nice and even with 2 again. If you look closely, you can see those top 2 points sticking out of the edges. That's going to be your crane's head and its tail. Take the one on the right and pull it forward. It should come out pretty easily. It's up to you how far you want its head to stick out. So I did mine about here, and then you're going to carefully squeeze it down at the bottom to make the